with a game today.
Yeah.
A little game called Would You Rather?
And don't get your heads out of the gutter.
NFL edition. All right? NFL edition.
Yes. Okay.
So let's start with the best of the best.
Okay.
All right? Because we have two 5-0 teams, both in the NFC, 49ers and the Eagles. So would you rather be the Eagles or the 49ers? I would rather be the 49ers. And here's why. I'm going to open up with some stats. Okay. I'm going to give you some numbers first.
Go for it.
Offense, points per game. 49ers are second. Eagles are fifth. First down percentage. 49ers are second. Eagles are ninth. Quarterback. Brock Purdy. 12-0 in games he started and finished healthy. First in passer rating. Jalen Hurts. Obviously, he's been in the league a lot longer, so 30-13. 16th in passer rating. However, I will say he has a chip on his shoulder, which is going to help him in every way possible this year. But let's go to defense here. Points allowed per game. 49ers first, Eagles 13th. Yards allowed per game. 49ers third, Eagles 10th. So now that you've heard the stats, I'm more of an eye test person.
Definitely.
As well. What we've seen, yes, the Eagles are 5-0. They have not looked as dominant as the 49ers. Now, they are finding ways to win, which is also important, right? Because they're gritty, they're getting it done, and they're figuring it out. But top to bottom, the 49ers are just such an elite team. It's the perfect fitting puzzle with Kyle Shanahan as like the puzzle master, like putting his puzzle pieces together. And Brock Purdy's his distributor to his A-plus weapons with McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk. And when you have that much talent on both sides of the ball, it's hard to pick against them.
And that's why I'm not picking against them. I'm with you on that one.
Okay, I was like, you going?
No. That's
direction?
why, I 100% agree with you. And even last year, when the Eagles and the Chiefs, I said on air, I was like, the Eagles don't pass my eye test. Like, they're not calling. I want flashy. I want a throw down the field to, Kittle or Travis Kelce. Well, the Eagles do a lot of like more brotherly shove, a lot of brotherly shoves, a lot of like just more like
tush push.
Yes, that one. Like honestly, it's like to me, I'm just like they're a little boring. And I said this last year. So and I just want to
call it boring. It's scrappy. It's messy. It's not pretty, but they're getting it done.
They are getting it done, and they were there. They went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just for my eye test.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I 100% would take the 49ers. And this is not even looking at stats. Like you said, just the eye test.
Yeah.
I would take the 49ers.
All right. They face each other on December 3rd.
Very exciting.
That's going to be, mark your calendars there. Now let's go to the bad. Okay?
Okay.
Would you rather have, this is like, I even feel bad that I said bad heading into this. Would you rather have Bill Belichick or Sean Payton as your head coach right now? Both are Super Bowl winning coaches who are massively struggling, right? Now, they're both supposed to be masterminds on their side of the ball. Bill on defense, and let me just note, Patriots on defense are 25th in points allowed right now, and Sean Payton on offense, and Broncos offense is 19th in points per game and 21st in yards per game. Patriots are 1-4. Broncos are 1-5. Both are not in great situations. But
yeah,
I think I would rather have Sean Payton.
Interesting.
Right now.
Okay.
Now, this also would be if the Broncos can move off of Russell Wilson, I think there's
you're asking for a lot of things here.
I am. I think there's a lot of hope for Sean Payton.
Yeah, okay.
And because of the direction that the league is going, it's an offensive league. They favor offensive teams, offensive coaches, and Sean's an offensive coach.
Yeah.
It's just going to be really hard with him and Russ there. And Sean is, you can tell he is publicly frustrated. He is publicly over it. And you could hear it in his post-game presser the other night after the game.
To win in our league, you got to be better throwing the ball, especially, I don't think the wind was that big of a factor, but we just knew it was going to be somewhat of a factor in the kicking game. That's my first coming off the game, third down. We were even in some short yardage situations where we had to punt.
So
we got to be able to throw the ball. We can't throw the ball. He said that over
and
over again.
funny because I like that you said that. These both coaches right now this season are in very similar situations.
Yeah.
Struggling with their quarterback, struggling all around, right? Both great legendary coaches. I prefer to have Bill Belichick, if I'm being honest with you, over Sean Payton.
Okay. Tell me why.
And Sean Payton's great. There is something about Bill Belichick that I'm scared of Bill Belichick.
Yeah, his players were scared of him. I don't know if you've heard, like, all of them have come out after and been like, oh, man, I did not want to be late for Bill.
Right. No, Rich Ornberger, who I work with on Sundays, played for the Patriots. He purposely crashed his car to be late to practice so that he wouldn't get yelled at.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, I want Bill Belichick. Remember I just said I like being scared, guys?
Yeah, she's also wearing a really scary T-shirt
It's not that scary. Guys,
yes,
it is baby Pennywise. It's like a little baby.
I am terrified of scary things. I get nightmares. I have enough nightmares of your shirt.
And I wish I could get a nightmare.
Oh,
I
no.
love it. I love it. So, like, I want Bill Belichick to yell at me. I want him to maybe curse me out.
I'm imagining Monty sitting in like a destruction room. You know those destruction like that you can go and break things? It's like, Bill, take your anger out and yell at me, please.
I would love
That's what
that.
I see happening. Oh, man.
And I also like his one-word answers when he's in a bad mood. I like that.
Maybe you should start wearing, like, cut-off sweatshirts.
Oh,
like
that's
him.
it.
Just start to...
That's going to be one of my Halloween costumes.
Scary Bill.
Scary Bill. That's
Be
going to be
scary
one.
Bill.
I'm going to go get a sweatshirt from, like, Target,
season.
and I'm going to... You're right. That's
you like
a good
spooky
one.
season?
I love spooky season.
Oh, man, it terrifies me.
I
like
love it.
The skeletons, the clowns, everything. I'm like, I can't wait till it's over.
It's the best time. And you know what sucks about Halloween? It's over on October 31st. There's it doesn't bleed into the next month.
No.
Pumpkins
do.
Pumpkins do.
Pumpkins do. And the orange does.
Yeah.
It.
But yeah, Bill Belichick, come on, yell at me.
Okay, well.
I love it.
Okay, well. Okay, let's move on to our next one, which Bill is also in.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Bill Belichick or Jerry Jones running your team? Now, this one is also hard, but I'm going to go with Jerry. Honestly, I don't think either of them should be the GM.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take I don't even know if it's lesser of two evils, but I'm going to go with the guy who owns the team and needs to do well for his own personal gain. Now, you might say, Alex, how can you pick Jerry when the Cowboys have won 4 playoff games in the last 23 years, and the Patriots, meanwhile, in the last 23 years have won 6 Super Bowls with Bill and Brady. But we are in the post-Brady era. Patriots have not won a playoff game since he left. And again, because Jerry owns the team, it's kind of right. Like there's no option there. It's like he is the boss. He's going to do what he wants. So I'm going to ride or die there.
So I'm with you. I actually also think Jerry Jones, and I know that sounds crazy. Listen, Cowboys are the most valuable team in the U.S. for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what. But the big thing is, I don't want my coach to be the GM. I didn't like it when Doc Rivers was the Clippers head coach and the GM. I don't like it now. You worry about just being a head coach and let somebody else think about it like this. And you could have an input, but that shouldn't be on you.
No.
So I agree. They're not great, either one.
No.
But I'll take Jerry Jones as my GM.
All right, last one. Would you rather have Tua or Josh Allen as your quarterback? Now they're in the same division. Battle for the AFC East. I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
I knew you were going to pick Josh Allen.
I know. He has the raw talent. He has the arm. He's cut down his interceptions after that first game. And this is the big one. He doesn't have the same injury concerns that Tua has. If Tua gets another concussion, we have to have a serious conversation about his career and if he can continue. Now, Tua's playing great. And how much of that also is my question is Mike McDaniel. We saw where he was before Mike, now where he is in Mike's offense. So Tua's numbers in 2021, 13 games is before Mike McDaniel. 2,653 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Now, in 2022 and 13 games with Mike McDaniel, 3,548 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Big jump, right?
Yeah.
Then on the other side of things, you look at Josh Allen, who lost his offensive coordinator, who was his security blanket, an incredible offensive mind in Brian Daboll. And you would think Josh Allen's going to have this crazy drop-off, right? Surprisingly, he didn't. Josh Allen's numbers with Brian Daboll in 2021, 4,407 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Josh Allen's numbers without Dable in 2022, 4,283 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. So the fact that he's able to maintain and still be that same guy and same player, I'm taking Josh.
All right. So the one thing I will agree with you on that I cannot deny is the injury thing.
Yeah.
100%. Josh Allen hasn't gotten injured or any big injury. Tua has had lots of injuries throughout his career, even in college, but I will say I'll take Tua. I know it's a smaller percentage or a smaller sample size because of the injuries that Tua has had.
Yep.
And I agree with you also that Josh Allen might be able to throw the ball further. Maybe. Okay, he has a stronger arm. I think Tua is more accurate than Josh Allen. He plays within the system, and he doesn't need to be flashy or be the star. Could that be because he has more weapons? Maybe. Maybe that could be it. Josh Allen is his own worst enemy. He's not afraid to go for it, and there are times when it's like, no, papi, you should be afraid. You should kind of assess this moment. I feel like some of the mistakes that I have seen Josh Allen do are in really crucial moments, while I haven't seen Tua do that. I think he's more accurate.
Yeah.
So I would take Tua, even though the sample size because of his injuries is a lot smaller compared to Josh Allen, who has basically played every game in his career.